Asian Sensations News Broadcast 2009. Hello, thanks for tuning in to the Asian Sensations News Broadcast. Today we'll be having an international story, a national story, a provincial story, a sports story, and a class story from Woodland Park Public School by Sukman Dinza. Here we have Brath, who is our vice anchorman. I am the main anchorman, and Sukman over there is on camera and is also another cameraman. Now, this is Justin.
Hi.
Now, on to today's international story on North Korea's recently launched missile that has posed huge problems for the newly administered President Obama, facing warfare and a difficult diplomatic situation. The U.S. official council quickly reacted sharply to the launch, saying, as they had warned for weeks, that it was provocative and a threat to stability in an already tense region that includes two of the U.S.'s staunchest Asian allies, Japan and South Korea. The United Nations Security Council is to meet in an emergency session at Japan's request on Sunday, and the White House has said U.S. officials will be in close contact and close touch with their Japanese and South Korean counterparts prior to the gathering. With this provocative act, North Korea has ignored its international obligations, rejected unequivocal calls for restraint, and further isolated itself from the world governments, said Obama. Now, this provides a very difficult situation for the rest of the world. If the negotiations should go wrong, this could cause World War III, the Great Depression. All of these things could be possible just because North Korea did not explain why they had launched the missile. I think this is a very global issue and a huge threat to humanity and the world, not only the U.S. To Brath Srikmar with the story on bullying.
Hello, my name is Brath Srikmar, and I'll be the national story today. In Edmonton, a mere bump between two teenage groups leads to a substantial head injury. It actually turns out that it was initially the pair that bumped into the two teen groups at the LRT station, causing a bit of an uproar between the two and giving the 17-year-old a fractured skull. And the case of not graduating high school, all due to this one fight that will probably scar the rest of his life. In all this mayhem, not even one person got to stop the fight between these two teenagers. I know this pair of grade 12 students bumped into the two teen groups, which had some taunting and lead to the brain injury of the 17-year-old. When fights like this happen, there's a huge chance that someone can get hurt. I believe that fist fighting is not good for the media.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
The Incredible Caucasian.
I'm Justin.
It doesn't matter what your name is. Coming soon.
Asian crackers. They taste so good. Ask my Asian friend Justin.
Asian crackers, I buy them. They taste good. I sell them to you because they taste good. Only $1 per package. All one.
I feed my children Asian crackers when they go to school. When they get back from school, I feed them Asian crackers some more. Ask Brath Srikmar. He ain't Asian.
Yes, I do.
To Sukman Dinza with his stories of the day.
Hi, my name is Sukman Dinza, and I'm going to be reporting on a class story and a sports story for today. The class story is about how our school, Woodland Park, just raised $1,000 for Costa Rica. We are planning to buy rainforest Costa Rica to preserve it and preserve the habitats of lots of animals living in that rainforest. My opinion on this is that it is very good for the forest, and we're helping save the earth. And Woodland Park has done a lot of other things in the past to help the planet, which includes building wells in India and planting lots of trees around our playground. And for the sports story, I'm going to report on the Toronto Raptors and how they put an end to the very disappointing season last week. They faced the Chicago Bulls and the Washington Wizards. They came out with a blowout win over Chicago, with Chris Bosh being the lead point man with 19 points and 19 rebounds. The game against Washington was a thriller. It went until the last seconds where Chris Bosh had to drill a game-winning three. I think the Toronto Raptors are going to do much better next year and make the playoffs, and I also believe Sean Marion and Marcus Banks are going to help out the team a lot. I'm Suklin, and thanks for listening.
Now, to today's super secret weather broadcast. Mark Wang here with the weather, and as you can see, it's very windy outside right now. The weather said that supposedly it was supposed to be around positive 15 today, but the wind chill doesn't make it feel like that. It feels a lot more like 7 or so. Now, if you look at the flag over there, I can't get a good lock on it because my hands are shaking cold. The flag is blowing up high and strong. And it's definitely very cold out today. I'm just shivering standing up here, this high up. Now, this is just this is not feeling like spring at all. So yeah, this reminds me of just like how the rest of this year, how it's been cold with flashes of warmth, but this time it's the other way around. Warm with flashes of cold. Now, Mark Wang, rooftop weather, out. Now to Justin with the provincial news.
Hello, Justin here today with the provincial story about the disappearance of the 8-year-old girl from Woodstock. On Monday, the police called off their massive ground search, searching for Victoria Stafford. Police say that last week on Wednesday, left the school with the woman willingly. Victoria's relatives say that they knew who the woman was because of her walking style, but didn't know her name. In the video, the accused woman's face wasn't clear, but the police described her in ages between 19 to 25, weighing around 120 to 125 pounds, with long, straight black hair in a ponytail. The woman was wearing a baggy white coat and black jeans. If you have any info about this crime, please call the police at 537-2323 or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. I believe that this incident has happened too many times and should be stopped because in many other countries, this incident has happened almost every day in the world and isn't being stopped to help or save people that have been kidnapped.
We'll be wrapping up after this commercial.
Right now, you can get Right Round, the new hit by Flo Rida, on iTunes. Only on the iPhone.
Asian rice crackers, $2.99 a bag or $8 for 2.
Tastes so good. Asian rice crackers. They taste so good. What one shall we send by? Where is my translator? Hey Mark.
Thank you for tuning in to the Asian Sensations 2009 news broadcast.